It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. Let's get out of here. Aye.
Hey everybody, it's Brother Aaron from God a Minute. We're waiting for the rapture of the church. I believe it happens before Jacob's trouble, or Daniel's 70th week, or the tribulation, whatever you want to call it. And one thing to consider here is the Abraham Accords. Is this the Daniel 9:27? Is this what we're waiting for now? Let me discuss a few things. But before we move on, let's just acknowledge the dates that we just did pass. So if you're following just the regular calendar, we passed the Day of Atonement. We passed the Feast of Tabernacles. We passed Shemini Atzeret. If you're following another calendar, you might think it's a couple weeks from now, but I'm just following the regular calendar. And, I think we're going to continue to pass all these dates, and we're going to cross out these in the spring. And that's my next highest watch. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm wondering about this Abraham Accords. And let me show you the rapture ladder too. This is the rapture of the latter times. And so this was the spring. Now we're in like the fall season. This is like the winter season. Every step represents a step, and then that's Pentecost. So that's an indication that we're just past Feast of Tabernacles, Shemini Atzeret. That's our rapture guy. Yes, Felipe, he's waiting for the rapture. He has a rapture helmet on all the time. And every white thing represents a Sabbath. Every Saturday is a Sabbath. Okay, let me turn this camera around. So in the live stream the other day, we talked about Trump making peace 2025, and quite amazing. And then I noticed him talking about the Abraham Accords once more, and talking about Jared Kushner. So I'm going to show you a clip on my computer and show you a couple interesting things, a couple interesting pictures, and things that make you go, huh. Is this going to lead up to Daniel 9:27? And what's the timing of that? I don't know. Let's watch the computer here. This is President Trump delivering remarks to the Knesset in Jerusalem, Israel. And the subheading of this video is Trump calls on other nations to join the Abraham Accords. All right, let's just press play. Show you a 20-second clip.
Meanwhile, we've seen those nations that set aside their differences, reached across ancient divides, and pursued engagement are now among the most successful in the region. They're getting along with Israel, and they're doing great. And I can tell you the four nations that joined the Abraham Accords early on, and you'd all be doing me a favor, and I'm going to be saying this in a little while to some other friends, would love you all to, is this right, Jared? Join up in the Abraham Accords. We have to join up and get together. You can have that whole thing filled out. We had
Okay. So it seems as though the next phase is to get many nations on board with the Abraham Accords. And so far right here, according to Wikipedia, over here, we have Israel, United Arab Emirates, Morocco, Sudan, and Bahrain. So four of the nations with Israel. And then on the U.S. government website, okay, so the U.S. Department of State, it's the Abraham Accords. And you can read about that right there on the website there. And, it's about bringing Judaism and Islam and Christianity together. It's about peace in the Middle East. But it's all surrounding Israel. And this seems to be the next plan of attack. This seems to be the next focus now, the Abraham Accords. And here's an interesting thing with the dove. There's the dove. There's the Abraham Accord picture they have on the U.S. government website. And Kelly had sent me some of these pictures. So this is Trump from November 1985. So exactly 40 years ago. I believe this is like from the Manhattan, let me just get a better picture here. Manhattan Magazine. Here it is, yeah, the Manhattan Incorporated. Donald Trump's ultimate deal. Well, that's what Trump was talking about. He's talking about this ultimate deal that he just did a couple days ago. And anyway, this picture with him holding a dove, and dove is a symbol of peace. So that's him holding a dove, symbol of peace, exactly 40 years ago within a few weeks. And again, if you look at this picture over here, there's the Abraham Accords with, directed by Jared Kushner and Trump. quite amazing. And then if you go on down to some of the other images, I'll have to leave all these links in my description box. There's another picture of him in a dove in November 1985, quite fascinating. And then this image right here, so he's in a restaurant, and this image right here, and if you zoom into this thing, it says right at the bottom there, Trump is a bit like an ancient mariner here at 21, a stranger at the feast. Will the dove of peace become his albatross? So the dove of peace, so this is considered the dove of peace? Well, that's pretty interesting, isn't it? Like the dove of peace 40 years ago? I don't know. So here's my end thoughts here. My end thoughts is this seems to be the direction that we're headed now. The Abraham Accords seem to be the main focus. I don't know if it's considered phase 2 in this peace deal, but I think that's where we should be focusing on a little bit. The development of the Abraham Accords, what countries are going to come on, because this revolves around Israel. This very well may be the Daniel 9:27 coming into fruition. I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to be spending a little bit more energy just catching up with that. And if you guys find anything interesting about the Abraham Accords and Trump and Jared Kushner, please pass it along. Let's stay in tune with that. Again, as an encouragement, I believe that the body of Christ leads before this covenant is established. I believe that we lead before Jacob's trouble. So, hey, I'm available at any day of the year. I have my guesses and my suspicions and all that, as you guys do as well. But either way, get tight with Christ. Become a believer in Jesus Christ. Jump on the Jesus team. You win. You win and I win when you're on the Jesus team. And you can't get there by your own works. You can only get there by the blood of Christ. He did the work for you on the cross. Please believe in what he did 2,000 years ago. And you'll be saved. And I'll see you in the clouds, okay, guys? All right, one day closer. Take it easy and go, Jesus, go. Adios, muchachos.